What's that music? All right. Something's moving.
Okay, we just have to find this thing and put a couple of rounds into... What the hell is that?
We are going to need bigger guns.
Invaders, your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelers appraise you as meat, good only to dig or decompose. I speak for the old growth as I did for Saren. You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe.
You gave something to Saren. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
I won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now!
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry. Your lives are short, but have gone on too long. Your blood will feed the ground. In the new growth.
Check it out. Got its attention. Has to be more of those around.
Slimy and moving, shoot it.
Oh, smells like compost. Rotten compost.
Slimy and moving, shoot it.
This place will haunt my nightmares. I cannot imagine the horror of being enslaved by this thing. This place will haunt my nightmares.
So, why was that Asari born from this creature? And she speaks on behalf of the Thorian. Strange. Again? Okay. Where? Up or down? It's down, right? Where is it? Oh, it's up there?
I sense trouble.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Area secured. I cannot imagine the horror of being enslaved by this thing. This place will haunt my nightmares.
Smells like compost. Rotten compost. If it's slimy and moving, shoot it.
Uh-oh, a bunch of them. Thorian neural node.
Perimeter clear.
Perimeter clear. Time.
cannot imagine the horror of being enslaved by this thing.
Got her on the ropes now, Commander. Has to drop soon.
Where is it?
I think we're good, Commander.
Why are these Asaris hostile? Why are they on the side of the Thorian? Okay, a more bunch of them. A bunch more of them.
You must die!
And stay down. They're in my sights.
I'm free. I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
How did you end up inside that thing?
My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Benezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
Benezia sought to turn the river and was swept away.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Then why were the Geth trying to destroy the Thorian?
After Saren had what he needed, the Thorian became a liability. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the Cipher.
What's the Cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
Okay, this Shiala girl mentioned the beacon or the vision, so she knows Shepard used it. Well, after Eden Prime, there was a cutscene where Matriarch Benezia told Saren that one of the humans might have used the beacon. So since Shiala is working for Benezia, I guess she got that information from Benezia. Or maybe it was her who observed the whole thing happening when Shepard used the beacon.
So the Thorian taught Saren to think like a Prothean. How?
The Cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory, a viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the Cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
I need the Cipher.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren. Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity. I have given you the Cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
Are you all right, Shepard? What'd she do?
Was that a squid? And I saw eyeballs being attached with metal hooks. Torture?
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
You look a little queasy. We should get you back to the ship.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the Cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
I want to know more about Benezia.
Benezia was greatly respected among our people. A powerful biotic, even for an Asari. She was widely known as a teacher of philosophy and religion. She always sought the paths of peace and harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Instead, she became one of his most powerful allies.
As I mentioned before, Matriarch Benezia underestimated Saren. Be sure you do not make the same mistake.
Well, Sheila said Saren was using some kind of a ship to win Benezia to his side.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species. It dwarfs any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleets. Its weapons are devastating, its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it, Saren believes he is unstoppable.
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling. Spend enough time in Sovereign's presence and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
Sovereign. Sovereign.
What else can you tell me about Saren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic. And he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
10,000 years of hibernation and then active for a few centuries. Interesting.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I am grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
Is there anything else you can tell me
When
about
the creature
Thorian?
enveloped, its mind was awesome, magnificent.
The galaxy's a better place with that thing dead and gone.
The Thorian was a unique life form. I am grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such
I want to
a
know
rare-
more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous, but I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
I want to know more
There
about
is
you.
nothing remarkable about me. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. But I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
Okay, my question is, how did Matriarch Benezia found out about Saren's intentions, whatever it is? This Sheila did not say how Matriarch Benezia found out about Saren's plan, whatever the plan is. Were they friends to begin with, before this whole event?
Now that you're free of the Thorian, what are you planning to do next?
If you allow it, I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
I can't believe it. Jong says we'll have all the money we need to keep this place running. It's because of you, Shepard. I can't thank you enough.
Gotta give these colonists credit. They don't give up easy.
So much suffering, so much death, yet still they stay and fight.
Thank you so much. Now Exogeny will pour the money in. We'll be able to rebuild and then some. Soon we'll have everything we need. We're going to be very busy. You won't recognize anything in a year. A clean slate.
Ships are already on their way here with supplies.
Soon we'll have everything we need. We're going to be very busy. You won't recognize anything in a year. A clean slate. Soon we'll have everything we need.
We'll be the biggest human colony yet. Jong may be corrupt, but he certainly got us a great deal. Ships are already on their way here with supplies. We'll be the biggest human colony yet.
Yeah, good luck. It's not sarcastic, I really mean it. Good luck.
You won't recognize this place when we're done. You'd think Exogeny would be more interested in protecting their investment. We're not soldiers. We didn't stand a chance against the Geth. You won't recognize this place when we're done.
Oh, I hope the new money doesn't spoil this place. I don't think any of the colonies get the support they deserve. It'll be interesting to see what Ferros looks like in a year. Every colony deserves a chance. Oh, I hope the new money doesn't spoil this place.
All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Ferris will have a second chance thanks to you. I think this plan of yours just might work.
Hey, you were about to follow the company's orders to purge the colony, right? You were about ready to kill all these people.
All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Ferris will have a second chance thanks to you. I'm preparing the proposal for Exogeny. I think they'll like it. All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Ferris will have a second chance thanks to you. I don't know. It's a crazy idea. But hey, if there's money involved, maybe Exogeny will at least consider it. All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Ferris will have a second chance thanks to you. I think this plan of yours just might work.
Oh, thanks again. That data will be very valuable once I get out of here. Oh, thanks again. That data will be very valuable once I get out of here.
We've never had funding like this before. Ferros could have been great if we'd had the support we asked for. You really forced Exogeny to see our potential. We fought hard for this colony.
Not really forced. Shepard was persuading Ethan Jong.
We've never had funding like this before.
It's nice to finally get the support we deserve.
Ferros could have been great if we'd...
This wouldn't have happened if Exogeny had backed us from the start. I never thought we'd get this much support from the Home Office. We fought hard for this colony. We're not soldiers. It's nice to finally get the support we deserve. This wouldn't have happened if Exogeny had backed us from the start. I never thought we'd get this much support.
Looks like the colony will survive after all. If only Exogeny had supported us from the start. This is great. We'll have more than enough to make it work this time. The frontier is a lot more dangerous than we were told.
So the colonial affairs was not telling the truth about the dangers.
Looks like the colony will survive after all. If only Exogeny had supported us from the start. This is great. We'll have more than enough to make it work this time.
Wait, I still hear explosions. So I guess there's still some fighting between the colonists and the Geth. Well, Zeus' hope is safe, but that doesn't mean the other pockets of colonies or settlements are safe too. They're still fighting. Look at those gunfires. Shouldn't Shepard contact the Alliance military, you know? Request reinforcements to drive the Geth away from Pharaohs?
You sure get results. If Exogeny had just put in a bit more support from the start.
I think Shepard...
I don't know how you convinced them to reinvest, but thank you. Pharaohs can work. It just needs help. You sure get results.
Yeah, I still think Shepard should contact the military, request for backup, you know? Request the military to help these colonists fighting the Geth. There are still areas on this planet where the fighting still continue.
All of a sudden, it's like we're worth something. Exogeny could have prevented all this in the first place. There's not much you can do when a force like that shows up on your doorstep. All of a sudden, it's like we're worth something. Exogeny could have prevented all this in the first place. There's not much...
I've never seen such a turnaround by a company. We asked for help in the beginning, but they didn't listen. We tried to fight on our own, but the Geth were too much. I've never seen such a turnaround by a company. We asked for help in the beginning, but they didn't listen.
Arcelia Silva Martinez.
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain. We can rebuild this place. We're stronger than the company gives us credit for. I hope we can make this colony work.
Or maybe the human military is simply not that big enough to, you know, to send forces. I mean, how many new worlds have been colonized by humans? And out of all these new worlds, how many can be truly be protected by the Alliance? Maybe the Alliance simply doesn't have the resources to protect all the worlds colonized by humans.
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain. We can rebuild this place. We're stronger than the company gives us credit for. I hope we can make this colony work. I fought so hard, but...
I will do what I can to assist the colony in this difficult time. I am ashamed of the damage done to the lives of these people.
Farewell, Shiala.
Farewell, Commander. I wish you well in your hunt. I will do what I can to assist the colony in this difficult time. I am ashamed
Farewell,
of the
Shiala.
Farewell, Commander.
I never thought I would be so thrilled to see a soldier. Forgive my previous inaction, but under the Thorian's influence, every thought was examined and filtered.
What will you do now that the fighting is over?
I may stay, try to recover my losses. I can have new supplies delivered within weeks. Perhaps the colony will survive after all.
Let me see what you have in stock.
Of course. Return in the future, and I may even have more to see. Greetings. What can I do for you?
Goodbye.
I wish you well in your future efforts.
Thank you for everything you did. Thanks to you, Greta and I can start over. The Thorian controlled us. With pain. I never expected this much trouble. I guess that's what makes it a frontier world. Thank you for everything you did. Thanks to you, Greta and I can start over.
The only thing I can say for that plant is it made me forget how hungry I am. I prefer hunger to slavery, thank you very much. They said we'd never last on Pharos. We'll prove them wrong.
Well, it's because Shepard arrives. And he handles things.
I didn't think we'd get through this, but there's good times ahead. The only thing I can say for that plant is it made me forget how hungry I am.
But I guess the colonists deserve credit. They held out long enough for Shepard to arrive, right? So yeah, they deserve credit for holding out long enough.
Pharos will be back in shape in no time, Commander. We'll make sure of it. I want to try and make this colony work. I hope we'll have the chance now. I think I'll stay, help reclaim the colony. It's a chance for a new beginning. I'm free. Thank you. I'm so glad to get that plan out of my head. Pharos will be back in shape in no time, Commander. We'll make sure of it.
You were a Torfin, right? Glad you're on our side.
Shepard doesn't want to remember that, I think. It's proof of his incompetence. 2/3 of his men died.
This planet's not so bad when it isn't under the grip of some hidden threat. It feels so good to be free again. We have another chance at making a home here. We'll try our best to make this colony work. I know we can do it. You were a Torfin, right? Glad you're on our side.
And here on Pharos, Shepard showed another incompetence of his. When Phaidon was about to shoot his own head, Shepard could have thrown his grenade, his anti-Thorian grenade, and knock out Phaidon, saving him from killing himself. But all Shepard did was point his gun, and when Phaidon slowly raised his pistol to point at his head, Shepard still pointed his gun, didn't even act quick to throw the anti-Thorian grenade to save Phaidon from killing himself. That was really bad. Cargo logs. While decrypting these logs, you found something suspicious. Several months' worth of human rations were delivered to an uncharted world in the Voyager cluster. The logs are unclear, but it appears they may have been dropped off somewhere in the Amazon system. Amazon system, okay.
I have my own thoughts again. Thank you, Commander. Now that the alien influence is purged, we can get back to building a profitable colony. We'll build up our defenses and make sure Pharos stays in human hands. Pharos will survive, thanks to you. I have my own thoughts again. Thank you, Commander. Now that the alien influence is purged, we can get back to building a profitable colony.
Hanamura Kami.
Thanks, Commander. It's great to be free again. It was hell, you know. Any honest thought hurt, just like staring at the sun. You did a good thing for Pharos, but I'm getting out while I can. I've had enough of the colony life.
So where are you going? Are you going back to Earth? I mean, where did you come from before you came here?
I'm ready to go back to Earth. Things are simpler there.
Okay, Earth it is.
Thanks, Commander. It's great to be free again. It was hell, you know. Any honest thought hurt, just like staring at the sun.
Hey, Ian Newstead. He's here.
Free. I can't believe I'm free.
I'm glad for you. You were fighting the pain, right? So hard.
That was a nightmare. No one should ever feel pain like that. I really need a vacation. Free. I can't believe
Whoa, what's wrong with his head?
That was a nightmare.
They tried to build a life here. But now all they have are ruins. So much suffering, so much death.
I'm free. Thank you for giving me my mind back. It was awful. Every time I thought about speaking out, even the memory is painful. We can make this colony work. We just need to build it for ourselves. After a while, we just instinctively did what the Thorian wanted. I'm free. Thank you for giving me my mind back. It was awful. Every time...
Thank you for everything you tried to do here. Finally, we have hope again. It was in my head. Like getting slapped every time your eyes left the ground. I don't know if I want to stay, but I'm glad we have the choice. Thank you for everything you tried to do here. Finally, we have hope again. It was in my head. Like getting slapped every time your eyes left the ground.
Finally, that damn thing is out of my head. I can think without pain. And with the power cells you brought, I can get this place up and running again. Thanks, Commander. Thanks for getting me these power cells. Now hopefully I can get this damn thing working. Thanks for getting me these power cells. Now hopefully I can get this damn thing working.
It will take time for things to get back to normal around here. The Geth are gone. We've got water again. Everything's good. I'm free again. Thank you for everything. I'd forgot what it was like to have a thought of my own. It will take time for things to get back to normal around here.
Thank you for freeing us.
Hey, she's easy on the eyes. I just realized.
The Thorian forced me to think what it wanted. I felt when you killed it. That thing got into my head pretty deep. It hurt so much.
What else did that thing get deep? Besides your head? I wonder.
I'm glad we'll have another chance here. That's all Davin and I have ever wanted. Thank you for freeing us. The Thorian forced me to think what it wanted. I felt when you killed it. That thing got into my head pretty deep. It hurt so much.
Okay, good luck, colonists. I hope whatever reinforcements that Exogeny is planning to send here, I hope it's as soon as possible. Seeing that you guys are still fighting the Geth.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the Cipher?
The Cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Come on, get to the point. What did you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the Commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
The joining? So it was called the joining.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Are you sure it was the joining? I feel fine.
Your role in our communion is passive. I am the one who must submerge myself in your mind, drown myself in your thoughts. It is more difficult than it looks. The human subconscious instinctively resists the joining, Commander. A strong personality like yours makes it even harder.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
The Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
I never jeopardized the mission.
That's good, Commander. Stopping Saren is your primary goal. Everything else is secondary.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Wait, what? Why is there no music? Is this a bug?
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Are we still on Pharos? I think we are.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said
She's the best ship in the fleet. Balance isn't what you do. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Okay, let's take a little nap. A few minutes later. Okay. Done napping. These two guys still talking to each other. Are they interested in each other? This guy and this girl?
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. Hell of a deal you worked out with Jong, though. If I ever get a speeding ticket, I want you to be my advocate.
Speeding ticket, eh?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
And what do they think?
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. That'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
Yeah, okay. I understand that. He told me about his suspicions toward Conatics.
Got a story there, Olenko?
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero? They're all classified, because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
So there's more about Conatics? Caden implied that Conatics deliberately create exposure to have subjects to study. So, Conatics did something more than that. What is it?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Oh, mercenaries, okay.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, This is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
So this Vernus guy got what's coming for him. But what is it? Was he in prison? Was he beat up? Was he killed? Tell me, what happened to this Vernus guy?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings
What's
later.
your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't... Hell of a deal you work... If I ever get a speeding ticket...
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Alliance medical personnel take courses in alien biology, just in case.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Well, we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did on Torfin. I cannot even imagine how horrible that must have been, but you did what had to be done.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
How could you and I have a relationship? We're not even the same species.
Asari and humans are physiologically compatible in most ways, Commander. Of course, a relationship must involve more than mere physical contact. There must also be an emotional and spiritual connection between us. Our species may be different, but there are many things we could share. But none of this matters if you are already involved in a serious relationship with Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Dang it. So, what should I do with this Shepard? Does Shepard deserve a relationship or not? Does Shepard deserve to have a relationship? I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Let me think. Let me pause and think.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
I understand. I have that kind of embarrassment as well. Well, I hope Liara get over her embarrassment quick. That kind of feeling sucks. I know it.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe I should leave her alone. Let her recuperate from the embarrassment. I really feel sorry for her. I understand that kind of embarrassment.
I just wanted to talk.
Fair enough. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
So Jared is Rex's father.
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Wait, so Rex killed Jared. So why did he need to leave his home? If Jared is dead, then there is no one left influencing the tribes to go to war, right? So why did Rex had to leave? I don't understand. I mean, with Jared's death, doesn't that mean Rex will have more leeway in making other tribes to join his cause? So why did Rex have to leave? I don't understand.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So Rex wants to come. Okay, Rex mentioned uprising. Was he referring to the Krogan rebellion or something else?
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
So, Ashley's the oldest, and then Abby, Lynn, and Sarah the youngest. And the one that Ashley was communicating with is Sarah the youngest. And Sarah thinks Shepard is cute. Now, Ashley, would you mind showing Shepard a picture of Sarah? Is she cute? Is she attractive?
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar with what? Sounds familiar with what?
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, 'cause he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kinda nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
Really? Well then, show Shepard a picture of Abby then, with her skirt. Now, there's an order. So Lynn is into shooting. Abby's sword. What about Sarah? I didn't pay attention.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. Abby decided they do great things to her figure, though.
Okay, so Sarah took Aikido. Okay, the way you mention about Abby's clothing do great things to her figure makes me want to see her picture. As commander, I give you an order to show me a picture of Abby in her attractive clothing. Now.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years. like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand, not before, because they're not ready yet. But what does not after mean? Super duper ready? But isn't it supposed to be good if you are super duper ready? I'm confused. Where was your father? Should I ask about her father?
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I just realized Shepard is a spacer, right? Both of his parents are military. And that means he's practically living in space. And he was raised in space. Bored now? Wow, okay. Okay, I'd like to choose this option as a joke to Ashley, but I'm worried. What if the tone of Shepard's respawn is not joking but serious?
Is the rest of your life story this dull?
Oh my god.
Not everyone can bust up a slaver ring on their first tour, Commander. Some of us just live ordinary lives. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
Oh my god, Shepard was not joking. Shepard was serious. You know, my intention of choosing that option is to joke around with Ashley. But Shepard was serious. Fuck.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
What is this? Are you a fanatic? What? Keep it to yourself? Of course not. Not my place to judge.
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
A little spooky how you handle that Jiang guy. Didn't figure you'd know how to speak corporate.
What? What was it spooky for Shepard to be able to speak corporate? I don't. They're only human. I don't.
I was making it up as I went along. Every day this mission teaches me new skills.
Remind me never to play poker with you.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
A little. Didn't figure you'd know how to speak corporate.
All you need to do is show them how getting what you want gets them what they want.
You make it sound easy. Frankly, I just wanted to put a few rounds in him and leave.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Didn't figure you'd know how to speak corporate.
All you do is shove a stick up your ass and care more about money than people.
That would be a waste of a fine ass, sir.
Wait. Whose ass? My ass or your ass? Do you think my ass is fine? So, were you watching my ass this whole time? I mean Shepard's ass. Wow, interesting, Ashley. Interesting.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
So Krogans have 4 balls? Interesting.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, so Garrus wants to come.
Commander, good to see you.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with, and he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Hercules.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Normandy, this is Alliance Command. We're detecting your presence in the Attican Beta Cluster. One of our surveillance drones was gathering intel on Geth activities in the region when it was spotted and shot down. You need to go groundside and recover the drone's data module before the Geth find it.
Hercules. Zartorus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with high-level decks of sulfur clouds. A layer of hydrocarbons has formed deeper in the atmosphere. Vast electrical storm fronts can be seen flickering across the dark side. While scanning this planet, you detected a large deposit of gold on a nearby moon. Heavy metal surveyed. Len, warning level 1 toxic hazard. Eletania appears to be a world eminently suited for colonization. Sadly, appearances are deceiving. It is covered by a verdant carpet of mosses, algae, and lichen, and possesses a thick oxygenated atmosphere. But the animal kingdom is a web of microscopic symbiotic creatures. These are impossible to filter from the air and necessary for the native life to thrive. Unfortunately, they also cause anaphylactic shock when inhaled by non-native life. In short, settlement requires either fully sealed environment suits or replacement of the entire world's ecosystem. Some have proposed limited colonization at altitudes above the symbiote's range, or in the areas where favorable winds keep the air clear. The proximity of the energetic star Hercules causes constant blue and violet aurorae in seeded nitrogen-argon atmosphere. During periods of increased solar flares, the aurorae are bright enough to read by on the surface, and can be seen with off-the-shelf optics from a distance of several AU. Sheedet's scorching hot surface is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of iron. A surprising variety of simple carbon-based life flourishes in a complex network of cave systems that wind through the crust, protected from Hercules' heat and radiation. While scanning Sheeted, you discovered a large debris field in geosynchronous orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted several detailed sweeps of the area and detected a few items of interest, including a League of One medallion encased in lead molding. League of One, what is that? Zathoron is a small rock planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of boron. Boron or moron? So, Geth, yeah? Len. Level 1 hazard. Because of the moss, I think. What is this planet's name again? Elitania? What is this? Prothean ruin, recover. What is this? mysterious globe examine? Examining the strange Prothean artifact reveals a small, irregular slot on the underside. Remembering the strange trinket you receive from the Asari consort on the Citadel, you pull it out and place it into the slot. The ball explodes in a brilliant flash of white light, momentarily blinding and disorienting you. Slowly your senses return as you wake from a deep sleep. You are alone in the forest, though you are not far from the caves you share with the others of your tribe. There is a pain and a small lump in the back of your skull, as if a chip of flint has been forced under the surface of the skin. Leaning on your bone-tipped spear for support, you rise to your feet. A sound draws your attention upwards, where a strange creature hovers high above you. It is unlike the birds you hunt by the lake's edge. It has no head and no wings, yet somehow it flies. It is a beast of shining silver, hanging motionless in the sky like a cloud. You sense it is watching you, studying you. Is this a story about some primitive race? Who's been implanted with something under the surface of their skin, and when they look up, they see a bird with no head and no wings. Shining silver, hanging motionless in the sky like a cloud. So a spaceship? Raising a hairy fist, you shake your spear at it in anger, and the creature rises up quickly until it disappears from view. With a satisfied grunt, you make your way back to your caves and the rest of the tribe. You fall into the familiar patterns of life, the hunt for food, the struggle to claim and keep a mate, the battles against other tribes that would claim your territory. Days roll into nights and back into days. Each time you rise from sleep, there is the sensation that you are not alone, that some other is with you, sharing all you see, hear and feel. At these times your hand goes to the strange lump at the back of your skull, and you remember the silver creature in the sky. The air grows colder, winter falls, you must range farther for food, clutching the furs tight against you to ward off the chill. It is on one of these long hunts that the strange bird returns. You hear it before you see it. Its call a deafening roar as it descends from above, swooping down on you. A single great eye opens on the underbelly, a glowing red orb. You try to run, but a finger of red light extends from the eye and engulfs you, and all goes black again. Is this a story about a caveman who got kidnapped by UFOs and implanted some kind of chip under his skin? You wake an instant later to find yourself on Elitania, lying on your back, the Prothean artifact looming above you undamaged, and your companion standing over you. They help you to your feet, puzzled. There was a flash of light and you just sort of toppled over, one explains. "Are you okay, Shepard?" the other asks. You don't answer right away, wondering at the implications of what you have seen. The memories of a Cro-Magnon hunter, captured by an implanted Prothean data recorder. How long did they study the primitive humans, observing them and analyzing the results at their base on Mars? And what, if anything, did they learn from us? "I'm fine," you finally reply, realizing this is a mystery you will probably never solve. Forget about it. So this ball thing is a record, showing about the Prothean study of humans when they were still cavemen. Alright, that's interesting. Very interesting. So the Prothean has been studying humans since the Cave Age or the Stone Age from their base in Mars. Interesting. Can I do anything else with this thing? No, nothing. Alright. Can I destroy it? I cannot. Okay, so the Mako can't enter this place. I see. Alright, open plane. That's good. What is this?
Heading to position.
Are these friendlies or hostiles? I think they're friendly. Are these monkeys or monkey-like on Elitania? Wow, these creatures are cute. But I can't document it. Why? That's cute actually. Very cute creatures, monkey-like, right? You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of gold. Heavy metal surveyed. Down recon probe. Oh, okay. Yeah. They were observing the Geth, right? What is this down probe?
Moving out.
What are these creatures? The monkeys. Down probe examine.
This is the surveillance drone, but where is the data module?
A monkey-like creature seems to have made off with the data module.
Guess we're doing this the hard way.
Monkey-like creature, alright. So I've been to their nest actually. But I forgot where is their nest. Monkey colony. Okay, this is it. So what should we do? Data, what are we looking for? Nothing to interact here. Do I really have to kill the monkeys? I don't want to kill the monkeys. I really don't want to kill the monkeys. Okay, I save it for later. I really don't want to kill the monkeys. Oh, there's another monkey colony over here, alright. Search monkeys. The monkey doesn't have the module. Okay, the module. Okay, so go to a different monkey colony? Yeah, why not? Oh, hold on, level 1 hazard? Where is my car? Oh, no.
Understood.
So is this place a... Oh, entrance console. Yeah. Wait, level 1 hazard. Hold on, where is my car? Wait, where is my car? Alright. Yeah.